In this next topic, we're going to talk about the Ford F-150 Lightning, and maybe, just maybe, a lot of other OEMs, a lot of other manufacturers, legacy automakers are having the same problem as Tesla as well, and selling their EVs, their expensive EVs, and maybe there's going to be more price drops across all different lines, across all electric vehicle models in the very near future. Or maybe it's already happened and you're just not necessarily seeing it because because Tesla versus some of the other automakers do price drops in a different fashion. So we'll definitely talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about it. Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there that has a list of all the interest rates that are better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Car Dealership Guy. He posted a screenshot of the Ford F1 Lightning sales dropping. That's the caption. If we take a look at it, it seems like a text message from someone to Car Dealership Guy. It says, quote, "A buddy of mine owns a Ford dealership and said that the new F-150 Lightning sales are dead as a doornail. $16,000 price increase and no more tax credit. They just had 30 remaining reservation invites go out and not a single order placed in, not a single person placed for one." And so this kind of makes sense. I mean, the Ford F-150 Lightning is an expensive vehicle. I think it starts at $60K now for just the base model one, and most of them are probably $80, $90, $100,000. And this is probably the same thing as that's happening is probably with Rivian. I mean, we had our Rivian order just come up for due that we could place the order and take delivery, but when I went to go build it, it was like a $80 to $90, $100,000 truck at the end of the day as well. So I was like, I think I'll just wait on that. It's not really necessarily worth it. And so this is good. This is good because like maybe this has better chance of the Tesla Cybertruck coming in at a better price than maybe some people are speculating at 90 to 100,000. Maybe it'll come in at the initial price of what it was promised at 69,990, or not necessarily promised but stated at. But this is crazy to see that a lot of other EV companies or a lot of EV models might potentially be having the same issue that Tesla is having with pricing. But the difference with other companies out there, especially Ford or other manufacturers that sell through dealership models, is you don't see the price drops that clearly as how Tesla just drops the price of the vehicle. Because what happens with other vehicles, especially the Ford F-150 Lightning, there's always a MSRP for a vehicle that stays at a constant number, but banks but the legacy automotive companies, what they'll do is they'll actually release more incentive to sell more vehicles, more discounts, more pricing incentives, promotions that you don't necessarily see on a, you can see it, you could look it up if you want to on a monthly basis, but it's not as clear as an MSRP drop. Or maybe because Tesla with the MSRP drops is just more highlighted because it's just a lot of people more like to focus on it and release more FUD about the topic on it. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. I mean, we're probably going to see a lot more incentives across the board, but Ford and the other legacy automakers probably won't reduce the price of the MSRP at the end of the day because they can't and they won't, because a lot of different, it causes this like trickle effect with leasing, insurance, financing, all the stuff that they probably don't want to mess into or mess with at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. It seems like a lot of other EVs might be running to the same issue, and so it might be a really good time to buy an electric vehicle, not just a Tesla, but any type of vehicle at the end of the day, as discounts and back to invoice pricing, so to speak, will be on its way back very, very shortly. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into our next topic, and of course we will get into the live stream chat. So I see a bunch of you asking questions, because that's the benefit, right? You can come in and ask anything you want, and we'll definitely get to it and answer any questions that you want. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel and you get access to the best Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. Water break.